it can be very helpful to insert pictures into materials that you're preparing for your students or even for staff meetings for your colleagues. And that can be done quickly and simply in SPPS Apps docs. So in this example of this handout about trees, I might want to insert a picture of a tree up here at the top. So I can just move my cursor right up here under the tree unit title. And then if I've done a Creative Commons Google image search, I might find an image of a tree. There it is. And I can just come up here and copy this web address if I've searched for this in Google Images and it's Creative Commons licensed, free to share. I can copy that URL. Then I can come back to my documents and I can go up here under Insert Image. And now I could, if I had a picture of a tree on my computer, maybe in my iPhoto library, I could export that from my iPhoto library out to my desktop and then just drag it into this box. I could use my webcam to take a snapshot, but for a tree, probably most practical in this case to just do it by URL. So I can paste that web address right here, and there's that picture of the tree. And then I can select it, and it's going to, if I scroll back up, paste that tree right there. You can see maybe it's a little bit larger than I want, so if I click on that image, I'll get these handles around the perimeter, and I can grab onto those, and if I hold the Shift key while I drag diagonally, then it'll keep my image from distorting, and I can just kind of drag that down to be the size that I want it to be. And you can see there's some different options. I can put this in line with the text, so it was on a blank line. So if I had this text right there in line, it would just show up beside it. But if I wanted to wrap around the text, you can see then it will sort of put it to the left side, and it'll put several lines of text next to it. And I can decide what sort of margin I want around that, meaning what sort of space in between the image and this text. So I can make it larger or smaller. And then I could also just break the text so that it moves it all down away from the picture. But I think I'll leave this as being in line. And I'll just take and put my title. I'm going to cut that from there. And I'm going to put my title back up here in front of. I'm going to put my title back here in front of the image so that the tree is in between the title. And again, I can left justify this text to get it back to where it was before. So again, just a little bit more visually appealing with that image there that's related to the unit. And now, even though that image was Creative Commons licensed, I should still cite it somewhere in my image. So if I go back to that picture, again, I can grab that URL at the top, that web address, come back to my document, and then maybe this is going to be down at the bottom of my document, and so I can cite that, and I could just move it down lower in my document, and I might have some more text in front of this. Now, there's a new tool within SPPS Apps that makes finding images that are Creative Commons licensed and citing them so much easier than what I just showed you there. And it's called the Research tool. So let's move our cursor down here. Maybe under Tree Identification Guide. And we'll come up here to Tools, Research, and you notice it opens this window over here on the side where I can search for different things. Let's say I want to search for images, and I'm going to type tree. And again, this is going to bring up all sorts of tree images. And if I was looking for a Creative Commons licensed image, I could click on this little triangle right here to open up these filters. And so I can change this to be free to use, share, modify. And now it will bring up the tree pictures that people have uploaded to the web that they're willing to share with other people. And so maybe this is a pretty cool one, right? I think there may have been a little bit of graphic artwork done to this photo. But let's say we really like this photo. Alright. Well, what we can do is we can close this up. And go back here to my documents. And we can just grab this image from right here and drag it right on over into this document and let it go once we see that green plus sign. And it will add that image right there for us. And then see this little tiny one right there in the document? That is citing the image for us so that we don't even have to worry about it. Pretty cool, right? Now, if we look down here toward the bottom of the page, we'll notice we now have this line. So we've got a footnote there that gives us that web address for that photo, and it numbers it number 1, so it corresponds to this photo. And again, I can click on this photo, and I get these little handles around the edge. So again, holding the Shift key so it doesn't distort, I could make this image a little bit smaller if I wanted to. And I could do the same things with wrap text that I showed before, where it could wrap the text alongside of this instead of having it just be in line. Alright, so very simple to add images, whether you're using the research tool that helps you by doing the citations for you right here, or if you just want to go on up to Insert, Image, and then either drag in an image that you have already on your computer. Maybe you want to use your webcam, or you can copy in the URL for that image.